bad call, but go for it.
Oh, baby.
So we're just gonna jump right into it, huh?
Something's gonna get real fucked up.
We are drinking whiskey.
I put gin on top of my gin.
Giggling about bullshit. Shaped your nutsack to play it with the boys? Oh my god, we're recording.
I'm trying to fill the void.
That's what you want, an alabaster smooth penis.
Zig and Larry ignore a topic. Hey, here we are.
Hey, welcome to Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic, the only podcast that has the catchphrase, let's catch some meat, and we can do an entire episode about a guy with a wang on his arm and forget to use it.
Yeah, that was...
Is that fucking possible?
I am so disappointed in us that we have used that fucking catchphrase so much, and I know I've forced it a few times. I understand that. I'm a real square peg in a round hole kind of guy, because I carry I carry a sledgehammer in my Prius. I can make it work, and I forgot to use the best joke in the episode about Frankenstein.
Square peg in a round hole. Frankenstein. Larry Smith, the king of forceful insertions. We utterly forget to use the phrase. It's no fair.
So we apologize, because I'm hoping that anybody that was listening was like, catch some meat! For fuck's sake, you drunk assholes, catch meat!
We wait for it every time!
And the one time it's actually appropriate.
It's like misusing the phrase, that's what she said, just not getting it. How do you fuck up your own catchphrase? God damn it! It wouldn't be us if we weren't fucking things up in rapid succession and quickly.
Yeah. Well, you know, we are, if nothing else, we are consistent.
True.
In fucking things up.
2 weeks ago, we had the closing song go over our last 2 minutes, and then play it again. And then last week, I'm a big fan of our audio for the second half after we both neglected to worry about the memory card, because I sound like I'm talking with a fucking tin pail on my head, which will and does happen, just didn't last week.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad about that, but I was like, there's nothing I can do. I adjusted the best I could to make it sound like maybe it was a larger bucket and not right up against your mouth.
Like Rick Moranis talking through his fucking Darth helmet costume. With Mel Brooks in the corner just screaming, be more Jewy with it!
Yeah, I asked Nicole, I was like, was it really that bad? She goes, no, it was fine.
Like, comment, and subscribe below, which you can't. But I think you can comment on some of these sites. But after like a couple seconds, and I like that you injected an apology right before it happened.
Yes.
Just so it'd be jarring, even though the apology itself was very jarring. It's like, and this is the point. I'm like, oh my god, is he doing ASMR? What is he, or jerk off instruction? Maybe we're about to go into. I'm not sure what the plan is.
First, look in my eyes. Look deep into my eyes.
See, the problem is I was, and now I feel weird about it.
Yeah. And again, we're consistent. It's all.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what malady will happen today. I mean, I usually have the train going past. I had to remember to shut the window, so that's good.
Well, you notice I keep checking the recorder because I'm like, I know the battery's going to kill, and it's fine. The battery's fine. But I know, like, something is just going to, well, as it states in our theme song, something's going to get real fucked up.
Absolutely.
Truth in advertising.
Spectacular.
I've always wanted to do... boy, that was like $30 worth of Taco Bell that just came up, sorry.
Oh, God. We're at 35 minutes past you eating all the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And it's just... Do you do the hot sauce? Do you do, like, the fire sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little upset with Taco Bell. Well, I mean, they had to really pare down their menu. And I think I'm the only person in Chicago who loved the Mexican pizza, and it's just gone.
I know. It's heartbreaking. Nicole loved the chicken tacos. And
those fun too?
I think they pulled those.
Just the standard chicken tacos?
I think so.
No shit.
I think that's what she was telling me. I don't know.
It's possible.
I've been real drunk the past few days, so.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I mean the past 20 years.
By that I mean I've gotten out of bed
to refill a drink.
Yeah. Spectacular.
Oh, I don't remember what I was saying before that. I've always wanted to do a sketch. That's what I called ASM arguments.
Okay.
It just I have the equipment now, not the know-how, but I have the equipment now to actually.
We don't need know-how. We've proven that.
Yeah, any idiot can do a podcast. Look at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had people ask me, hey, what's it? I just want to talk to you about, pick your brain about doing podcasts and such, because we figure if you can do it, I can do it. And I'm like, thank you, and fuck off a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's a valid point, but you don't want to help after that sentence. You know what I mean? It's like, you shouldn't have said it out loud. I get it. but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I understand. Obviously, any idiot can do it.
Well, and you've got all the equipment there. I'm still waiting for. If my math is sound, I wanted to say Happy Halloween because I want to say this is our Halloween episode.
Probably.
It's very close, even though this is Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording on Labor Day, but this will likely come out closer to Halloween. Yes.
Right. So, what do you want to plug anything for Halloween, Larry? What do you got going on?
Absolutely nothing.
Good.
Because
status quo achieved.
Yeah, the world is still on fire, and we can't even have a costume party.
Yeah. You can always have a costume party.
Well, now hold on. You're right, because Halloween is mask season. And if everyone's wearing a mask, it makes it hard to blow anonymous dudes at truck stops, but
where there's a will, there's a way, I've found. Yeah. Look, with a lot of things.
Look, every year for the past 15 years, I just put on my Hit Me Baby One More Time outfit.
Which is amazing that it's held up this long, but it really has. You keep really good. You keep it up.
Yeah,
take really good care of it. Yeah.
I try to take it to the dry cleaner or hand wash with the stains. But
wool light's a hell of a thing. It's been around for decades.
Oh yeah,
still.
Soft brushes, not stiff bristles. Like a nice soft bristled toothbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those, and then I just vacuum seal it for the next year.
Nice.
Yeah, it keeps it, and the wig too. The wig is the hardest part. I have to brush it out. I have to get that out like 3 times a year just to keep it fresh.
Where did the human hair come from?
That's best you don't ask about that.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, it's plausible deniability if I don't tell you.
Gotcha. Yeah. Fair enough, I appreciate that, sure.
Yeah. But it's for every year for 15 years, I put that outfit on, I go down to the truck stops, and I give the boys a treat. And depending on if they see me from behind, sometimes it's a trick. So
I'm just picturing you. Well, actually, this is pretty much standard all the time. But I'm picturing you in a little. It was like a plaid skirt with like the little shirt tied up, right?
Yeah.
The pigtails. But you say go down and give them a treat. I'm just picturing you like going to a truck stop in 1985 when homosexuals still had to hide, and just handing out for some reason Rice Krispie treats that are homemade out of a basket.
Yeah.
When you said give them a treat, it's like when you're done blowing, here, have this. I made it with marshmallow.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Have yourself a treat. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. Everyone deserves a little treat on Halloween.
You said toothbrush. Okay, this is going to be loaded. When was the last time you disgusted yourself in the shower? It's not the topic, by the way.
Okay, good. It was this. The reason I'm stuttering is I keep wanting to say this morning, but I didn't shower until after 12 p.m. But yeah, today,
yeah?
I oh god, I'm going to talk about this, aren't? Because are you going to button hook me again? Are you going to button hook me? Am I going to tell a really disgusting story and you're going to be like, I never have?
No, I'm going to tell you what. I'll give you mine, and you say if yours is going to match.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I'm not trying to button hook you.
Okay.
Because this might not be. So I also had the day off today, so I showered after breakfast happened at 11, and I didn't even have to make it. which was delightful. And then I washed right around 12. But I know I shouldn't because it's wasting water, but sometimes when you're hungover, I like to brush my teeth in the shower because I also have taken to bringing in my iPhone into the shower. There's a little ledge, and I watch YouTube videos. So anything I can do to extend the experience, and I'll brush my chompers in the shower. Now, I've got one of them Sonicare electric toothbrushes, which apparently is doing a great job since my teeth are falling out of my goddamn head as we speak.
Maybe stop using that. Maybe that's what's shaking them loose.
Maybe I shouldn't brush with straight bleach and sand. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, and I do no research.
My toothbrush says Black & Decker, and I use 80 grit.
It's the same thing that my wife masturbates with. The thing that runs on diesel. No, so I've got the Sonicare toothbrush, and it's the kind of thing that you unscrew the top, right? And then that's how you replace the head. It's like the whole head kind of comes off, and there's like a little like kind of nut that comes on and off. And I forget that you're supposed to clean that, and I don't know how it's getting inside. So, have you ever owned like one of those things?
No.
The electric okay.
No, but so, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but if you in the handle, the thing that like actually gets recharged, like that's got the little motor in it, you know.
Yeah, as I don't regularly wear a monocle and a top hat when I go to town, Mr. Uncle Pennyworth Moneybags.
Well, my teeth are so goddamn terrible, I'm trying to do anything possible.
Just anything to preserve them.
I'm 42, I've had 4 root canals, I've got 4 crowns in my head, and one of them has already gone bad.
Have you just tried lacquering them? Just sealing them in, just...
The news is you can buy teeth. I mean, you know what I mean? They weren't great, but I mean, even Washington had a couple of sets. So
yeah,
I think
so many on Craigslist.
I'm really considering just yanking them all out and just buying myself a fresh set. But I unscrewed the goddamn thing because I'm going to clean it. And if you don't clean it for a while, what's inside of that thing? I can only I don't have a word. Mung? Is that something?
Yes.
It's the weirdest. If you saw this color on a wall, wouldn't register because it's kind of like it's depending on the light. It's all the same color, and it's somewhere between gray and beige, but it's grayish.
Is it your toothbrush's old spunk that just?
It's close because it's gelatinous, like oh God, I don't know, like snot, semen, and Vaseline that were put into a food processor, and it's roughly the same color.
Yeah,
and it's just the most foul gunk, and I don't know how it's getting in there because it's obviously shit that's coming off of my teeth. The bacteria from it are activating with whatever the old toothpaste has gone in there, and it doesn't come out. But if you don't clean it well enough, the toothbrush will still function, and you can't see it on the outside. But then you open it up, there's a pound of the shit in there. It is foul. I filled it up with water from the fucking shower, dumped it out, and what came out onto the thing, if I would have shat in the shower, I would have been less disgusted. It was fucking foul. I didn't want to use my foot to push it towards the drain. It was
because you feared it might fight back.
It was alien snot. It was just goddamn terrible, and it stinks, and and you can't smell it until you uncork the bastard.
It's like old porn star jizz, is all it is. It's directly from an old porn star. Just.
From an old porn star, and it's been sitting around for a while, unrefrigerated.
Just rolls out. It doesn't even spoot out anymore. It just rolls out and hits the floor.
God. And then once then there's still the residue that's in there, and there's crevices. There's little crevices where because it twists on, and then you got to get in there. There's little like nooks and crannies, and like and per penny and per pound, and then you for a second. You consider using your wife's toothbrush to clean the inside of your toothbrush, and you go, you can't do that because that's grounds for killing persons. And in that order. So you just do your best, and then oh, God. It ruined my day. I mean, that was a solid 20 minutes of me standing in the shower going, well, And still you got the YouTube video in the background, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I missed all that. I was watching that.
I don't want to watch Sam the cooking guy anymore. What's he messing with? Sour cream? Ugh.
Yeah, it's like something that comes out of a sea cucumber when it's angry. It's just... Oh.
It's the result of a hate fuck.
Yeah, and it came out of my face and just lives in that little vessel.
I don't think mine is quite as disgusting.
Oh, really? Okay, good, because I didn't know if...
I was in the shower.
Okay.
I was in the shower, and, just washing, and started to cough, which forced a fart out. So I coughed really hard, forced a fart out, but when I coughed, something roughly the size of a small gerbil flew out of my face and hit the shower wall.
Do you feel like it was that something that was in your tongue or behind your teeth or from your lungs?
Oh, it was definitely something from my lungs.
Nice,
because it just rocketed out as I'm standing there in my own mustard gas. Complaining about the damn Germans. And,
hold on. The universe is going to need some context on that.
Well, we went out to eat last night.
We can't keep doing jokes that we did before we turned off the fucking podcast.
I know. I was like, I could be vague enough. This is just for you, but okay. Yeah, we were sitting there, and the group behind us, I heard them first say that Chadwick Boseman, or whatever his name was. And like I told you, Zig, my first thought was, you just got his name right. Why did you have to belittle it?
Like, there's ways to say that without it putting some stank on it. If you're unclear about what the gentleman's name might have been, you know?
Well, and I said something about it. I was like, obviously you know his name, and the only reason you're saying that is because you're a racist. Mm-hmm. And Nicole was like, could you please not? Just don't. And I was like, all right, you're right. Let's have a pleasant evening. And then not 5 minutes later, the same table said, the Germans had it right. And that, coupled with the Chadwick Boseman comment...
It's cause for concern.
Yeah, I wanted to just get up. We were the only table that had an American flag, because obviously... my reputation precedes itself. And I just...
that's the hill jack. He'll love it.
put the American flag there with the... Does he have shoes on today? Well, we set him aside. We got Crocs for him.
There you go.
Slip these on your little hooves, buddy. All right.
He don't take kindly to socks.
That's for bougie folk. But yeah, I just wanted to go plant that flag in the middle of their table and tell them I was about to storm their party like the beaches of fucking Normandy.
You really hope that they were discussing like vehicles or like beer.
Yeah.
Or sausages.
Even the Hugo Boss design uniforms. I'll give them that.
That's a stretch, but compared to what it could be.
Yeah. Yeah. If they're back there going, well, I don't agree with everything he says, but he's no slouch. Look at him. Look how sharp he looks.
God damn it. What did you say? It's like, no, we're just saying I prefer liverwurst to chorizo. Oh, okay, that's fair. And eugenics. No, you ruined it.
No. Yeah, I forgot about the eugenics part. The Germans had it right. What's that? Bockwurst. Oh, absolutely. I love a good bockwurst.
Yeah, sure.
And eugenics. Ooh.
No.
No. They were really good at trains, too. Okay, we gotta go.
You can't call a churro a wetback confection and get away with it. You can't.
Yeah. And again, my beautiful wife was just trying to enjoy a night out that we haven't gotten to have for a long time.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm sitting there just...
When she had her tube side, that didn't count?
You would think. I let her out of the house.
What's your anniversary?
I drove her there.
She didn't even have to drive.
And I drove her home. Mm-hmm. And I got her drugs for her.
And let her turn on whatever station she wanted on the radio on one of those 2 trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to finish Bob and Tom.
She's finicky.
Well, she should feel lucky.
Are they still around, Bob and Tom?
It depends on the market. I think we just picked them back up.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know they were still making new ones or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it Bob? Bob retired, but they kept the name because obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Josh Potter is the new co-host, and he's great.
Okay.
And my buddy Pat Godwin is now a regular on there, and Pat's always good. Pat's a good fella, and if he actually is listening, please give me an opening spot. Again, Pat. Buy Pat Godwin's album. All of them.
All of a sudden, I have something to plug for Halloween.
Pat Godwin. So what's our topic today, Bubba?
I'm excited, buddy. So, I'm pretty sure you're going to be familiar with this. I just, I don't do research. And what I do, I'm phoning it in. So I just decided to throw all that out the window. I want to play a game, Larry.
Okay.
Because there's no way this is going to go poorly. I believe that you are familiar, but in case you are not, have you ever played the Florida Man Challenge? Florida Man Birthday Challenge also is something you can do.
I don't think I ever have.
Oh, do you not know what I'm discussing?
I don't.
Oh, God damn it, it's Christmas. We should save this one for 2 months. Okay. So, our Labor Day Halloween special. The Florida Man Birthday Challenge. Actually, I think that there's a website specifically dedicated to it now. But you're familiar with the fact that in Florida, one of two things happen. People wait to go meet their maker while going golfing.
Yes.
Or interesting people who live interesting lives get arrested for doing interesting things. So, the challenge is this. It started with birthdays, but you literally just Google Florida Man and a date and see what pops up.
Oh.
And there is no wrong answer. So, for example, and you just see what headline pops up. So we'll do my birthday, because I did this last week and I forget what it was. Just Florida Man, July 17th. And that's all it is. We'll do a little search here. Okay, let's bring this up. Come on, pop up. So, come on, don't be like that. Vamp, Larry. Here we go. On my birthday, Florida man's murder was really elaborate suicide by balloon.
Huh.
I did read this.
That's fantastic. Elaborate suicide by balloon.
He bought, long story short, he bought a huge weather balloon, attached the trigger of a pistol to it, got the angle just right, let the balloon go on its way up, it plugged him. He did it on purpose, but then the balloon and the gun are just gone. So now he's been shot from this ridiculous angle in a place with no buildings around. But the Florida PD, they were able to crack the case. So that's that. Let's just go ahead and do. We could go on for this one. I know. So let's see what yours is, pal. Yours for July 11th says. Where's the headline, you bastard?
I love watching Grandpa try to navigate technology.
No. It's not giving me the. It's not giving me the headline. Florida man with no arms charged with stabbing.
Oh, that's the best one.
It was his second one. 46-year-old homeless man with no arms was arrested in Miami Beach, Florida, for stabbing another man with a pair of scissors using nothing but his feet. And he stabbed a 22-year-old twice before running away. So he's a little older than us. He's able to accost somebody in his early 20s, stick him twice with a pair of scissors, wield it by his toes, drop him, and then skate away.
That's a real inspirational story, don't you think?
It is. Absolutely.
He overcame his disability, his different ability. Let's say it that way. not a disability. It's a different ability. And continues to follow his dreams of stabbing folk. And I think that, you know what? I also want to be an armless guy. An armless Florida man stabbing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also think it speaks something to just to be a reporter in Florida. You never have a slow day. Like, what happened? Like, they don't even have to bring up why he doesn't have arms. People are just like, oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
The armless guy just shoves some scissors in between his toes and goes after a 22-year-old. Yeah, that'll happen. Do you need to know why he lost his arms? Doesn't seem important. No, not at all.
Well, that's the other thing. They could phone it in. Like, if they were like, oh, shit, I got a deadline today and I haven't picked up anything. Fuck it. Florida man.
They can make it up.
Gets own fist stuck in rectum. Friendly alligator in a bowler hat helps him remove it.
Florida man inseminates a bag of Cheetos, names the child Phil.
And there's no question. Everyone just looks at that and goes, oh yeah, it's Florida.
There is literally no date that I've ever come across playing this game that something doesn't pop up immediately. It is phenomenal. Hit me with anything.
May 18th.
May 18th. Florida man bit on tongue by rattlesnake when he tried to kiss it. On May 18th, 2017.
Man, strip clubs are crazy in Florida.
No cover, but 2-drink minimum. God. Florida man was bitten on the tongue when he tried to kiss a rattlesnake. Putnam County resident Don Reinhold was taken to a local hospital in critical condition Tuesday. Obviously. He's expected to survive. Let's see. Reptile appeared calm until Reinhold moved towards it as if to kiss it. That's when the snake bit him. So this was a live wild rattlesnake. They were out in the middle of nowhere. He decided, hold my beer, watch this, and he's gonna kiss it on the face.
They were just down in the swamp.
He said to his buddy, hey, this is a quote, I'm gonna kiss it in the mouth. And the snake bit him in the face. Said Charles Goff, who said he found that snake. Ron was just acting silly, you know? I guess he said he could kiss the devil and get away with it. Evidently he can't.
Oh my god!
Oh, wait, no, I didn't read down far enough. His buddy had the rattlesnake. He was keeping it in a cage in his backyard. That's illegal. It's illegal to keep a rattlesnake in Florida without a license. It was an unlicensed pet rattlesnake.
An unlicensed rattlesnake.
And his buddy decided he was going to make out with it. And then can't decide why, and then gets pissed and bites him in the mouth.
I told you the time I weaponized a snapping turtle, didn't I?
No. Hold on. Let me get my sketching pad. I have a feeling I'm going to need to remember this.
I'm going to need to... We're going to need to document this.
Would you tape a Roman candle to its back, kick it in the ass, and leave it out surrounded the fucking playground?
Yeah, reptilian tank. Let's fucking go. I just knocked over my microphone. So sorry about that.
Technical support.
I was driving out to pick Gideon up from a friend's house. I had a show that night. I had a pretty big deal show at the club here in town. I'm driving out to get him, and there's these cars stopped, and so I kind of pull off to the side and, well, let's see what's going on. Walk up, there's a snapping turtle in the middle of the road, and no one wants to try and go around him. They're like, okay, they're trying to shoo him off, and of course it's a snapping turtle, and he's just down there like, ah!
Those things will take your fucking thumb off.
Yeah, they will. And so I was like, all right, let's get him across. I was like, so I get him moved. I find a stick and get him to kind of essentially snap onto the stick, and then pulled him a little bit until he like spun on me. And I was like, all right, but I cleared one of the lanes. And so I'm waving people, and I'm controlling traffic while trying to herd an angry snapping turtle towards the water. This asshole in convertible Corvette. And it was a yellow Corvette, so you know he's an even bigger asshole.
They only come in yellow, red, and... No, they come in yellow and red, and yellow is the more douche color.
Yeah, it's 100%. Like this guy, and he was wearing like the golfing, the official dad hat of golfers, you know, the frumpy hat, the ball cap, and reflecting sunglasses, and he's like hits his horn, pulls up, and he goes, "What the fuck is going on?" I said, "I'm trying to get this turtle out of the way so that you don't, run it over with your tire and potentially hurt your vehicle and the turtle." And he goes, "Well, pick the motherfucker up and get it out of the way." And I went, "Okay." And I, in a fit of rage, picked up the turtle and just held him towards the dude. I wanted to throw him in on his lap.
How big was he?
He was, about yay big. Like a pizza pan. He was still a pretty young guy. He was still...
How big was the turtle? I know, bad, terrible.
No, it's perfect. You're right. But I just pick it up, and I'm like, "Oh, you mean like this motherfucker? You want to hold on to him?" And this turtle's just reaching out at this guy, snap, hissing. And he's hissing, and he's freaking out. I was like, "Here, you give him a ride." And the guy's like, "Motherfuck!" And he just slams down and takes off. And I was like, looking at, of course, I roll him over to look at me, and he's just, now the turtle is just on its back, staring at me like, "Look, pal, well, I appreciate what we've done here together. Put me the fuck down."
Yeah. The turtle's ready for all of this to be done, and if it needs to take off somebody's digits to do so, that's going to happen.
But as I get him over, and there is a pond that he was headed to, so I get him over to the pond.
I didn't think he was going to the Piggly Wiggly.
Well, it was either creek or pond. He wanted to get across to the pond.
Absolutely.
And look, turtles, I don't know if you knew this, turtles are big fans of slushies. So they'll head down to the 7-Eleven every once in a while.
I did not know that.
Blue. They're particularly fans of the blue slushie.
Mm-hmm.
And just a small one. They don't get the full-size one because they're turtles, and they don't get straws.
No. Oh, God. Oh, I'm upset that I didn't think of it first. I'm upset that either one of us said it.
But as I set him down towards the water, and of course he takes off. He's like, "I'm out of here. Fuck humans. I hate you all." There was a car that pulled up and had seen the whole thing, and it's just this. I'm guessing he was stoned to the bejeebus, and like at one of those old, it's like not like a Chevy Blazer, but one of those old Chevy SUVs, like the smaller ones. He just pulls up and he's like, "Man, that was fucking rad," and then just drove off. Like, "Thank you, hippie angel."
Remember Grandma Red?
Uh-huh.
My grandmother? We were out, and she was an interesting woman. She spent the first half of her life owning like a Dog and Sons root beer stand on the south side of Chicago, owning and operating that. And then when she met my grandfather, she became like an official, like the last of the midwives of the Midwest, and she moved to like Bumbledick, middle of nowhere, Lincoln, Illinois, right before I was born, and she became like, a frontierswoman living on this like log cabin that Grandpa literally built. But we were out like walking behind her house. They had like a bunch of those big, I don't know how many acres, but most of it was forest. And there was a snapping turtle that came out. It was medium sized, but it was like just standing right in the trail. I looked at it, and Grandma goes, "Hold on." And I was like maybe like 8. You know what I mean? I'm little. I don't know where my brother was. But she just grabs her walking stick with just like a hefty piece of oak and just goes up to it and bam! Slaps the goddamn thing on the head. Whack, whack, 3 real quick. And Grandma was smaller than me. Turns back around and goes, "Soup!" She used to take me fishing. We used to eat the fish we pulled out of the lake. And she decided she was going to cook this turtle. I'm like, "Oh, shit, all right." So she picks it up, and she's like, "Ugh." We get it back to the house, and it's dispatched. Like, it's not coming back.
He's not just taking a nap.
Yeah, but she brings it directly into the kitchen and puts this bleeding, disgusting turtle right on her kitchen table. And she starts rooting around in like the cab or in the drawers and stuff looking for tools. It becomes very apparent that she has no idea how to remove a turtle from the shell because it's not the kind of thing that you just know, and there is no internet at this point. So she's like, she like starts hitting at it with like a meat tenderizer. You know what I mean? Like that's not doing anything. My grandpa comes in from his workshop, has no idea what's going on, just goes, Joycey? What are we doing here? She's like, I wanted to make soup out of this turtle. We just found it. He's like, oh, okay. And because Grandpa was like just the quietest 6'2" Cherokee Indian on the planet, he picks it up, goes out to his shed, and all of a sudden you hear a sawzall go, yee! He comes back with the thing in two pieces, like he's taking the top shell off, and now there's all this gnarly stuff on the inside. He just hands her the two pieces, open faced like a turkey sandwich, and she goes, "Thanks, sweetie." And starts to like scoop it out with a melon baller. So, what the fuck? The soup was good though.
I bet.
By the time it was done.
But the soup was good. I just like that your grandpa just was like, "Yep, I'll be right back."
Well, he was taken aback for a second because if you're not prepared for the dead huge turtle on your kitchen table. It was around lunchtime. I have a feeling he was coming in for a Snickers and a tuna sandwich. You know what I mean? It's like, ooh, guess I have to take a saw to Joycey's kill. All right.
This turtle with a massive head wound.
I wish I would remember that story when he was still around, so I could ask him, "Did you know how to do that, or did you just invent a way to get into it?" Because I think he just took a tiger saw to the side of the thing.
I'm sure.
I'm guessing it made a hell of a mess. I have no idea.
Just repainted his workshop, and he's like, well, guess that's just what this looks like. It's going to stink in the summer. All right.
I was really, as a little kid, I was picturing, like, if you open it up, it would just be, like, a little green guy who's, like, inside of, like, a little, like, a walnut shell, maybe. No, there's stuff in there.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole bunch of nasty.
Yeah, I've had turtle soup. I've caught turtles for turtle soup. Mm-hmm. I have never been part of the cleaning of turtles. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to do it. I know people who do know how, but it was just never something that I was like, you know what? I better learn how to do this. Now, frog legs, those are easy.
Yeah. I mean, you can pretty much guess at that.
Huh?
And you're right.
Huh. And that's it. 2 moves.
Yeah.
Flop, chop.
Have you ever taken a chicken wing and turned it into 2, a flat and a drumette? You pretty much got the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. We had some places here in town that had some pretty good frog legs. I used to like to get them just to make the other tables, like, queasy.
It's one of those things that's either really good or if you don't know how to cook it right, it's just off.
Yeah.
I've had them a couple of times breaded that were okay, but there's a place in town that does it's a Mexican place, and it's like a fancier pants Mexican place, and they have like a frog leg and quail dinner, and I was like, oh, I'll try that. There's a couple of meats I don't usually have. Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Quail is dry, and the frog legs just tasted like old, it's like fishy, but not even like good.
Yeah.
Just like they just tasted like
fish rubber. Yeah.
They tasted like the oil in a tuna fish can. It tastes good.
Like a carp's old condom. Same consistency too. You just
hold on. Is this utilize a carp as a condom, or the carp somehow needed one?
The carp needed a rubber,
okay,
and he used it, and then was not a good steward of the environment, and just took it off, and you're swimming through a pond, and so now you've got a mouthful of pond water carp jizz.
That's got to be hell, because how do you not pollute the water when you're a carp who's got a rubber that you got to get rid of? Just throw it onto the bank?
Well, you'd think. You think they'd have a disposal area.
That makes sense. That's why I find somebody use condoms out at the beach in Chicago.
Yeah, it's all the carp.
The carp. It's the carp just tossing their fucking seed around.
The past couple of weeks I've been pretty busy, and Nick's been taking the dog for a walk by herself after work, and she keeps finding empty Magnum wrappers, like Magnum rubbers, and she's like, okay, the first couple times I was just like, all right, sure, all right, pal, I'm glad you have so much She goes, but I keep finding them in different spots all over the neighborhood. So, I can only conclude that there's some, how would you put, some horse dick running around here fucking in alleyways.
Just, you've got yourself some guy with a Coke can who's literally just banging all the old housewives in your neighborhood, but only outside for some reason.
Well, because he's respectful.
Specialties will come over for $28. He'll throw you on the front of his old ZX2 and just go to town on you.
You want to relive high school, baby?
It would be the back, but he doesn't want to scratch up his spoiler.
Yeah, that's custom. He custom ordered that spoiler.
Absolutely, from Costco.
He'll even put a blanket down on the hood of the car because you're a lady and you.
Because you're a lady. I just decided to do an homage to my mom playing Florida Man. I don't understand. Florida men arrested after allegedly,
okay,
pouring ketchup on his sleeping girlfriend. How? How is that illegal? How do you allegedly pour ketchup on somebody? How do you deny it? How do you get arrested for it? There's got to be more to the story.
Well, it was either Bill or that feller that sneaks in here and pours all types of stuff on me and puts it on his OnlyFans.
A Florida man was arrested on domestic battery charges Sunday for allegedly dousing his sleeping girlfriend with a bottle of ketchup because he thought she was having an affair.
What, was the ketchup still in the bottle? Because then that would be assault.
Officers responded to a home in Pinellas, wherever that was, park on Sunday.
You mean a single-wide trailer?
Yeah, where they found a woman, and this is in quotes, covered in ketchup. Police said the woman, in quotes, woke up to ketchup being poured on her by the defendant, as the defendant was yelling at the top of his lungs, "That's what you get, bitch."
You get ketchup.
And he got charged with misdemeanor domestic battery? I mean, it is a weird way to take your revenge, but I don't think you should get arrested for something like that.
No.
She may or may not have been screwing with somebody. What'd you do? I poured Heinz all over her. It was the cheap stuff from Aldi. But still, I was having burgers and fries that night, and I decided it was more important to ruin the sheets with this bitch in them.
She done already ruined him anyway. Fucking Dave.
How do you get arrested for that?
Like I said, the only way I can think that you would get arrested for that is if you poured the ketchup on her, but left it in the bottle and just tossed the bottle out.
Yeah, that is battery. If you're beating somebody with a glass bottle, that's a scene from The Gods Must Be Crazy, and that's not okay. But if you're literally just pouring condiments on somebody because they may or may not be throwing their coos around, I mean, you call the cops. B, hold on. According to this, the cops showed up to a woman covered in ketchup. So, it was somebody was, on the ball.
Yeah.
Gotta call 911. I smell ketchup and I hear some woman being called a bitch.
Unless this happens all the time, and those two cops were like, "Oh shit, it's 10:30 on Wednesday. We better get down to Ella and Bill's house." Ketchup again?
Oh, Larry. I just did Christmas Eve. Oh, Larry.
Oh.
Florida man, December 24th. December 24th, 2018. Florida man bites his brother's penis off after he walks in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket. Shall I one more time?
I would like you to repeat that, because I don't feel like I caught all the nuance.
Sure, yeah, there's a lot going on. I understand. I wouldn't pick it up the first time either. If you want to take notes, that's acceptable too. This is an open book test.
Excellent, hold on.
Then I'm going to read this and I'm going to click into it, because this is just on the Twitters. So it's just the headline. Florida man bites his brother's penis off. This might be the guy who's having a wang on his arm, I don't know. Bites his brother's penis off after he walks in on his brother having sex with their cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket. Now, this predicates a couple of things. One, there's a lot of cousin fucking going on in this family. Two, he got close enough to his brother's dick to bite it off.
That seems like I could understand maybe giving it a punch.
Yeah.
Or like even a headbutt, if that's what you're into.
But have a hard enough time with, like, trying to bite through an overdone steak. Like, you really have to get... I would assume that it takes more force and yanking to remove it.
I would...
Orally.
Well, he probably has meth teeth.
From the picture, because I do have a mugshot,
okay.
He's definitely got facial scarring and unfortunate facial hair and a 1,000-yard stare, but I can't see his teeth.
Well,
now,
that 1,000-yard stare probably comes from the fact that he just had his brother's dick down his throat, but this time out of anger.
He knows what familial severed dick tastes like.
Yes.
Which I hope I never do. I think my favorite part of that sentence, though, and I'm not going to lie, is that he has a favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket.
Yes.
Meaning he has at least two. He has at least two, and one explicitly is not for cousin fucking.
You've told you put down the one with Krillin on it if you gonna fuck Daisy.
I got that at the flea market. You know I did.
I saved up so much. I've collected all them cans and stole all that copper.
Oh, dear.
This represents
God.
the first time Goku went Super Saiyan.
Oh, biscuits. Okay, so that was just the headline. I clicked into the actual ad. Oh, I wish you could see this gentleman. His hair, I couldn't see it before because it just looked like he had a buzz cut, like just shaved like real close, which he does. But now that it's zoomed out a little bit, he's got two itty bitty little horns. They're they're long. They're about what appear to be about 4 inches of devil horn hair right off the top of his head. It's the only place that has hair on his head, and he's got them styled into little horns and spiked straight up with, I'm guessing, LA looks or Depp. He's just going down. Oh
God! I used to have the big bottle of LA looks back when I had hair.
Oh, okay. So what site am I on? Oh, it's just called Interesting News. So you and I could actually write for these people because he basically just read my mind. Because the actual article is in a bizarre event that could only have happened in Florida. A man has bitten his brother's penis off after he found him having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket. It is still unknown what pissed him off, the incest or the fact that he did it on his favorite blanket. Maybe both.
Maybe both. Okay, I think we're actually though really we need to get the most important question out of the way. First, second, or third cousin?
I doesn't say, so I'm guessing first. He's quoted as saying he regrets nothing, and, quote, this way it will never happen again.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Doctors are doing everything they can to reconstruct it. This was almost going on 2 years ago now, since it's Halloween. I wonder how they did. Maybe they could take him over to across the pond to Europe, to the UK, where they're doing amazing things in dick arm reconstruction. That was a good looking unit. Listeners, if you haven't done what Larry said and do the Googling, where would you find it? On Twitter? Oh, yeah, please do. You're going to be happy that you did.
Yeah.
You ever see a man just gleefully playing with his arm wang? If you haven't, now you have.
Yeah, it was Reddit. It was on Reddit that I got to see him just being like, hey, look at that. Hey, let me slap it around a little bit. Hey, I was like, dude, this is a brand new crank. You need to be more careful with it. You obviously didn't respect the first one you had.
It seems like I should do Halloween, but it almost seems like that'd be way too easy.
Dude, what possesses you to bite someone's dick off? Like, I understand if it's like a dangerous situation, but it seems like two consenting cousins. Is it was the catalyst just that it was on his favorite DBZ blanket?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, okay, so you got a point. If I'm in a situation where a cock's coming at my face, I guarantee you I don't want to be in that situation. Something wrong has happened, and I'm most probably tied up. So, yeah, if that's the only recourse, at that point, I gotcha.
Yeah.
But how do you get there? If take your dick out of Cousin Sally, I'm gonna bite it out. If somebody's coming at your dick to bite it off, you know that's happening. You fight tooth and nail.
You would think.
Right.
Damn it, Dale, what are you doing?
I didn't think I could get it done. He only had the 4 teeth, but they're all in the front. That's where they get you.
They're so sharp. He just back and forth real quick, and it was gone.
God,
and what makes you think this is... Again, I can only imagine it's not the first time. Maybe he put his brother's penis in his mouth.
Well,
and that's why he was tricked. Maybe the brother was like, "Oh, are we doing this again? It's going to be a little devil's three-way again? All right, we're getting funky." And then he was like, "Not this time, motherfucker!" And then just bit down, and he button-hooked him. That's what happened. He button-hooked him.
Well, I mean, and at that point, you're not getting that stain out of your favorite Dragon Ball Z play.
No, he really didn't think this through.
That's more than a touch of scrotal blood.
I'm uncomfortable now. Yeah, your Woolite will not take that out. You're going to need a medium strength toothbrush bristle on that. Not the soft. You got to have the medium.
You're going to need. You need to forget that. You need CIA level LSD tests from the 60s to really fry your brain to get that out of there. You need something. Oh, God. You need Dr. Timothy Leary, a couple therapists, and a hammer to the back of the skull.
Just doing shots of adrenochrome.
Yep, like you do. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with one more because I have been saving this one.
Oh, God.
Because I looked for a few, and I was just throwing in just random days. There were a couple that I did on purpose, and then I realized that I have to find one. That one I just found that was a gem, but it really goes into what I found was that a lot of them have to do with Florida men and their cocks. So I had to really look for something that had nothing to do with the wang.
Okay, all right.
This is from 2016. All of these, by the way, you'd think at least at some point we'd have to go back to the early 1900s. But no, all of these are like within the last 4 years or so. And it's every day of the goddamn year. I should even check, for February, for leap year.
Yeah.
That only happens once every 4, and I bet you there's some wackadoo shit. So September 22nd, 2016. And I just love the way that this headline was written from the New York Times. Florida man rides manatee. Dares police to arrest him. Hold on, you didn't let me finish.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. It's going to be a little lackluster now, but Florida man rides manatee. Dares police to arrest him. Comma. Gets arrested. That's it. It is illegal to harass manatees, but that didn't stop James Roy Massengale Jr.
James Roy
Massengale
Jr.
Gale Jr. Guess at the gentleman's age. How old would you have to be in like a ridiculous part of your life where you're like, I'm going to jump in that water and ride a manatee?
This is Florida, so I'm going to guess he's 56.
Close. I mean, good enough. I would have gone like in early 20s. He's 47.
Okay.
So like it's not close in age, but we're thinking like roughly the same maturity level. You kind of peak in your 40s, I would assume. So this is it for us, by the way.
Oh, God.
It didn't stop James Roy Massengale Jr. from jumping into his jumping into an Islamorada, Florida Creek. Islamorada, I think I'm going to say that right. Islamorada, Florida Creek, in an attempt to make some aquatic friends. When some passing witnesses saw the scene, they informed Massengale it is illegal to harass manatees. Massengale clarified his intentions. I'm not going to. I'm riding it.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, we have video. There's a video. Somebody pulled out their fucking phone.
Of course they did. Of course they're like, we gotta record this dumbass riding a manatee.
Well, I'm guessing that the series of events was they called the cops on him, and then they started filming because he was still fucking with this poor thing while the cops arrived. But they had the official Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservationists. They had the Fish and Wildlife. They had the game guys show up to arrest him.
Hey, man!
Is he fishing without a license? No, he's butt fucking a manatee.
Hey, man! Stop harassing the manatee! It's not harassment, he lacks it. I've done the training, I understand. Harassment is only harassment if it's unacceptable by the person you're speaking to. Trust me, I've spent a lot of time in human resources on this one.
I love that this was actually written like a real fucking article. It's so good. Is he fishing without a license? No. God, I get informed that what he was doing was illegal. Massengale reportedly began chanting rhythmically, "Take me to jail." Unsurprisingly, officers took him to jail. Guess what the fine is for fucking with the manatee and being a dickhead about it?
Man. $500 and a couple days in jail?
So he didn't hurt it. That is important. He annoyed the bejesus out of it, but he didn't hurt it. He didn't actually hurt this thing. $500? Go a little higher.
$1,500 and a couple days in jail.
25 grand!
Holy shit!
His adventure stuck him with 25 grand, mainly for being uncooperative. They stuck him for 25 G's for being a dickhead because he was riding a manatee. He dared the Fish and Wildlife officers to come get him. I'm guessing they had to go in the water to get him.
Probably. Because he
doesn't seem like...
He's on a manatee. You're not going to get off until someone makes you.
I love the quotes from this guy. Sir, it's illegal to harass the manatees. I'm not. I'm riding it.
That sounds exactly like something I would say in response. I'm not harassing it, I'm riding it.
And that's what you get from a man named Massengale. Holy balls. Do we have time? Can we do one more just random one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. Give me a date, pal. There's no wrong
September
answer.
27th.
27, okay. We can get specific. If you start doing this for a while, it starts giving you years. Like, try this one. You'll like 2019.
Like the sommelier of pain.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here.
Sommelier of dipshittery. Oh, I see that you enjoyed the man riding a manatee. Sir, might I suggest this vintage 2012?
It's never easy with these people. Florida man arrested after whipping out samurai sword in trash dispute.
The people that write these headlines deserve a raise and an award. Because I'm in. You know what I mean?
And there is no such thing as a good mugshot, but they love plastering these fuckers everywhere. I did get a good look at the guy who was butt fucking the manatee. But this gentleman with the samurai sword, he does not... He looks like a kind of guy who would whip out a sword
over a trash dispute.
Yeah.
What kind of trash dispute? I'm very curious.
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Curtis Miller, 54, again, grown-ass man, was arrested Monday on an attempted second-degree murder charge in connection with the incident, which was caught on video. Let's see. Police say the victim, Todd Beavers, was out jogging when he saw the suspect perusing a bulk trash pile in the neighborhood of Oakland Park. Beavers claimed a wheelbarrow from the pile that the suspect also wanted, and the two men started arguing. Okay, so here we go. Here's the story thus far. We got Curtis Miller, 54. He's going through a big pile of garbage on the side of the fucking road. Todd Beavers, he's jogging. He sees a man digging through garbage. In this pile, there's a wheelbarrow. Todd says, I want that garbage barrel. And Curtis says, no way. That's the story so far. And they start arguing. They exchange words. The jogger took the cart and ran behind it as he pushed the item home. The suspect caught up with Beavers outside of Beavers' home a short time later, where the home security cameras captured the encounter. Let's see. The suspect can be seen unsheathing a samurai-style katana sword just as he enters frame, so we're not certain where he had it or he just had it.
Maybe he found it in the trash pile. It is Florida.
It's possible, or he just, that's...
Wait, hold on. Never mind. It's Florida. Nobody's going to throw away a perfectly good samurai sword.
No, you need those when you go your trash pickings. You need to protect your
I need it for gators, razorbacks, and assholes who want to take my wheelbarrow.
Yeah, okay, he did actually. He gets second degree, attempted second degree. He definitely took a couple of swipes at the gentleman, which missed, and the guy wrestled the sword out of his hands. But he was killing him, attempting to kill him over a garbage wheelbarrow.
Oh,
that's the 27th of September.
God. And that is my wedding anniversary, and nothing describes our relationship better.
It is, that's right. That's coming up. Your anniversary is, it's not quite 2 weeks after mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh! I guess you can play this with Florida Woman as well. On the same day, Florida Woman arrested in 27-year-old Florida killer clown case. All right. I have a feeling the Florida Woman is not going to be not quite as funny so much as they seem like they would get stuff done.
Yeah.
It's not a couple of drunken swipes with a sword. It's like, oh, we have things buried in the yard for 22 years.
A clown murder.
Yeah.
Clown murder.
The 27-year-old clown murder case. We finally got her. Why did you stop looking in the first place?
It should have been a clue. She was the only female clown in Florida.
Drenched in blood and cackling.
Saying he'll never fuck me on that Dragon Ball Z blanket ever again.
Violating herself with a banana inside the White Hen pantry. This woman had things to do. It's like there's two different Floridas, man. One is just the elderly waiting to die, and the other one is burning as we speak. In the weirdest possible ways.
And that's why I love the Panhandle.
Yeah. How could you not? Absolutely. We don't have cable. You don't need it. You got a window? It doesn't even need glass in it. I would suggest guarding it with a samurai sword from time to time.
Because they'll know you mean business.
Animals will get in from time to time. It will happen.
Yeah. That's why you got the sword.
That's why you've always got the sword.
So, the first time we went down to Mexico Beach with the family, like the whole big trip with Nick's side of the family, the girls went off and did...
Where's Mexico Beach?
It kind of doesn't exist after the hurricanes. But it is real close to Apalachicola and Panama City.
Okay.
And I'm trying to... There's a neighboring town, like, literally right over a bridge that's a little bit bigger of a town. And I don't remember.
I'm just curious. I can figure it out on the map.
Panama City area. It's like 45 minutes south.
Okay.
But all the ladies decided to go one direction, and so my brother-in-law and Glenn and Gideon and I went up to Panama City. We decided we were going to go up there and just see what's going on. And as we're driving in, we had been joking anyway about, Panama City fitting perfectly with Paradise City. And so John had played the song for the boys, and they're like, oh yeah, we know that song. And we're all giggling. And Gideon would have been 10 or 11 at the time, maybe right around there. And as we're coming into Panama City, Panama City is the Decatur of Florida. It is.
Is there anything that isn't the Decatur of Florida? I feel like Florida has a lot of Decaturs.
Fair enough. It's the Decatur of the Panhandle. Let's put it that way. But we come in and there's this group of young ladies that were probably a solid 4. Like in Panama City, I'm sure that they're an 8. They're a Panama City 8, but everywhere else a solid probably 4. And Gideon sings, "Take me down to Panama City, where the grass is green and the girls are, eh."
It's one of those places where when you put women on a scale from 1 to 10, you're literally just counting teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a perfect 10. Take me down to Panama City, where the grass is green and the girls are available.
How many teeth can she have? She can get through a carrot with minimal effort.
She can bite through a penis.
She bites through a cock as long as she's not on the wrong blanket.
You ever hear about them clown murders?
You fuck your cousin on the dog blanket. How many times do I have to tell you this?
She isn't even our favorite cousin. How dare you?
She ain't pretty enough for the good blankie.
That smell will never come out.
Oh, you've been trying for that smell. You've been cultivating that. Somebody walks around with some Lysol or Febreze, he freaks the fuck out. No, we're almost there.
Just a little bit longer.
It's like he's making a sauce. It's like just a little bit more burnt hair, a touch more stuff that dribbles out of a butt, a little bit of meth cooking. Ooh, it's almost something.
Just a little bit. Wet dog. Can we just...
Wet dog. I was going for wet raccoon, but I think I'm overthinking it. I think it's just wet dog. You're right.
Yeah. I think wet raccoon would just throw off the whole palette of what he's going for. Now,
don't always fancy ingredients, you know.
Just a touch of frightened possum.
Just a touch of frightened possum. The shittiest seasoning in Grandma's cabinet.
Right next to the Mrs. Dash.
She's used half of it, though. How is that possible?
You're only supposed to use a touch. It says so right on the bottle.
It's a lot. It hasn't even expired.
That's what makes that bludgeoned turtle soup so good.
Whack! 3 good solid hits with a good stick, and you can kill yourself a turtle. Probably do it with less, but she was not a big woman.
Somebody should have told Shredder that.
Yeah, just whack, whack, whack.
Instead of all those knives, just a big oak stick.
And an old Native American with some gumption and some power tools, and you can get yourself some goddamn turtle soup, man.
I love that Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was the voice of Shredder.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Avery Brooks is somebody else. Right?
I could... Florida Man, I'll just Google Florida Man, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, see what happens.
Please do, that's the only answer
I
want.
want. Let's see what happens, hold on.
Oh, boy, how many times have we said that? Hey, let's just see what happens.
Nothing good. Nothing good. It just goes into Fresh Prince stuff with utilizing the words Florida and man. There's nothing good there.
Yeah. Well, I'm disappointed. Hey, what'd you learn today, buddy?
Very little, but we're keeping it that way.
Yeah. Again, at least we're consistent.
Absolutely. What am I learning? This is becoming a weird dick podcast.
I was thinking that too. We had so many dick stories about Florida Man. I was like, man, we've talked a lot about penises recently.
Yeah, God, and it's not even dick jokes. There's just a lot of you can do a lot of subjects with just the thought of penis.
Just a touch of penis.
Just a touch of scrotal blood, just a whiff of penis, a little bit of wet dog. You got yourself one of those. I also learned there are things that I do for my oral hygiene that I should never, ever do. I'm never going to clean that thing out again. I'm just going to let it keep collecting in there until the machine seizes up and I'm throwing it away.
I think that's the best plan.
Yeah, because I don't think it could hurt me if you don't let it out of the fucking cage, man.
You just like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. It's like that scene in Ghostbusters where they shut off the containment unit.
Beetlejuice 3 times. You say oral snot 3 times. Oral snot, oral snot, oral snot. It's on the shower floor shower. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
What about you?
What did I learn?
Anything? Go ahead.
I learned that one of my new favorite games is Florida Man.
Yep, absolutely.
I've learned that I apparently am a very sheltered individual because I didn't know this game existed, and somehow.
Yeah.
I've also learned that you brush your teeth with a lifelike dildo from the description of it. That's all I can. Just an ejaculating vibrator.
With bristles, sure, if you want. It does say Phillips on it, so I don't know if that helps you.
We should give it back to Philip then.
No, there's no apostrophe. Never mind.
Oh! I don't understand that.
It's not handwritten or like just on there with scotch.
It's just like a backwards P.
Phillips. Fuck Philip, I stole it. I also learned that you can get yourself 25 grand in debt from going swimming aggressively with a wild animal and pissing off fake cops.
I wanted to like befriend a manatee and just get us some matching Hawaiian shirts and just chill out.
God.
Call him Stan the manatee.
I got arrested by a game warden. Jesus Christ.
See, now where I'm from, that's a big deal. Like, you can deal with the cops, but the game wardens get you. They're the ones that you got to be worried about. But that's also because we're hill jacks.
Fair enough. Okay.
Watch out for that game warden. All right, buddy. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm good with that. I'm good with this.
That's how we end it. Yeah, just, yeah. All right. Hey, man, guess what?
Not with a bang, but with a wet fart.
Just a touch of frightened possum.
Just a touch.
Hey, buddy, guess what?
What's that?
I love you.
I love you back.